Yeah, so that's really why I want to keep doing this, is to really inspire quilters. All right, we're gonna try that again because I dropped my phone. It is almost 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and we just finished the original sewing and quilt expo here in Dallas yesterday. As you can tell, my voice is a little hoarse. That always happens after a 3-day show. I mean, when you're talking for 3 days straight, things tend to happen with your voice. But you know what? I have to be honest. This was the worst show that I've ever done, and that is not any reflection on Original Sewing and Quilt, that the company or the show itself. It was just me personally in my sales and my how my business did. It was actually a really good show. I mean, the show itself, they had a lot of really beautiful and amazing quilts. There was actually several Texas guilds that were here, and we had a lot of fun. I always have fun at shows, but so, you know, lots of conversations and stuff like that, but my sales were nowhere near what they needed to be. And so I've decided that my next show is in Virginia, in Fredericksburg, in a month. So, also taking that time to, you know, put this show together and do all the editing and all that backside stuff that you guys never see that goes into putting on a YouTube show. I think I'm gonna take some time, and I'm going to kind of redo my focus on my booth, because it occurred to me, I actually had a friend come up and tell me that even though my booth looked good with the quilts hanging, the quilt samples hanging for the patterns and everything, and the items fit the travel theme, meaning like the stickers and the t-shirts and travel mugs, and you know, everything fits the theme with my book and my business. When you first walk up to the booth, it doesn't scream traveling quilter, right? It's I guess it might be a little confusing until I start talking and explain what I do. So I think I'm going to work on how to make that look a little more obvious or a little more cohesive when you walk up to the booth, because once I start explaining my blog and the book and all the information that's in there, and I mean just what it's all about, everybody starts to get excited, which is really cool. But then that means that I have to make that full explanation over and over again, when it should be a little more obvious when people first walk up. So I think I'm not sure what all I'm gonna do yet, but I think I've been actually collecting for the past couple of years. I've been collecting different fabric swatches, like fat quarters and quarter yards, half yards, of fabrics that represent each state in the US. So I think what I might do is see if I can put together a fairly quick US quilt map, or US map quilt. Put that together maybe to hang up in the back. And then of course I have my banner. But I realized also that even though it says Rona the Ribbeter Traveling Quilter, it doesn't say travel blogger. It just says blogger. So we may change that too. But yeah, I just, because my whole point, I mean, obviously, yeah, you want to make money, because businesses, that's how they make money, or that's how they stay in business and keep going, is you have to make money. You got to pay the bills, you know. And for me to keep traveling and keep bringing you guys fun clips and fun stories and all these tips and things that I learn along the way, it has to make money. So, but I mean, above all that though, for me personally, to be honest, money has never been my driving force. Money, I mean, even in my entire life, money has never been my driving force. Which maybe that's part of the problem, I don't know. But my goal for everything, for all of this, is to inspire people, to inspire quilters to get out with their fellow quilters and have the time of their life, to get out and just enjoy the world and go to these shows and go on these tours and go experience everything that the quilting world has to offer. Because I'm telling you, quilters are amazing people, and no matter where I go, no matter what state I'm in, no matter if I'm in Ireland, no matter where I'm at, I always have the time of my life, because quilters are just amazing people. And but quilting in your own community is of course amazing, and you want to support your own community. We all want to support our own communities, but the quilting community as a whole, every different region I go to, like I live in North Carolina, but when I go, well, come down here to Texas, Texans have their own unique style. You know, when you go out to the east side, out to the southwest in Arizona and New Mexico, they have their own style. Even going up to the Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, they have their own styles. You know, everyone has their unique little I don't know, the culture of those areas also bring a huge impact. Like when you go up to the Northeast, when you go up to Vermont and Maine and New Hampshire and all of that, you have that old world kind of the antiques and all of that come into it. You have into their styles. You have when you go down, of course, to Lancaster and Pennsylvania and Gettysburg, you have all of that Amish style that comes in, the traditional, and you find a lot of hand quilting. And I mean, it really is, you get to experience so many amazing different cultures and ideas and passions when you travel in the quilting world. And it all comes through with the fabrics and the quilts and the projects and the bags and everything that these fiber artists make. Because I'm sorry, I don't care whether you have business or not. If you make a quilt, you're a fiber artist. That's it. We're all fiber artists. But yeah, so that's really why I do all this, is to inspire quilters that may be a little gun shy, or maybe just don't know if they're really ready to get out there, or maybe they're really excited and they've always wanted to do this, but you know, I just don't know. And I'm hoping that maybe by my experiences and sharing all of the joy and the love that's out here, that maybe that'll help give people the confidence that may be on the edge a little bit to really just take that plunge, you know, and really just come out and have the time of their life and meet some of the most amazing people that, you know, you never would have met if you didn't come out to a big show, or you didn't come out to a quilt tour, or, you know, or even go on a shop hop and visit, you know, a dozen or two quilt shops in the surrounding states where you live, you know, any one of those things. So yeah, so the sun's up, and well, sun's almost up. It is almost 7 o'clock. We got 10 more minutes, so I'm gonna hit the road. I'm leaving Dallas now, and I'm gonna stop in Marshall, Texas, which is a little town in East Texas, right near the Louisiana state line, which is where my family lives. So I'm gonna go stop in and say hello to my aunt and uncle, and then continue on home for my husband's 50th birthday. He turns 50, a half century old on Monday. Oh my goodness, I gotta give him stuff about that. Give him grief. Half century. Did you know you're half century? Anyway. So yeah, so it's almost 7 o'clock. Got 10 more minutes. I'm gonna hit the road, stop by and give my aunt and uncle a hug on the way out of Texas, and head on back to North Carolina. So I will see you guys down the road.